In today's episode, let's read something about dragon's blood. Namaste everyone and welcome to Om Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So before we go ahead, you might want to treat this episode as an audio or an audiobook, something like that. You might just want to carry on with whatever you're doing, or you might just want to relax while I'll give you company with, have your tea or coffee or whatever you feel like. And I'll read out something about dragon's blood so you can just relax and enjoy that. So we have there's this school called Northwest School of Aromatic Medicine, and on their website they have this ebook in a PDF format called Materia Aromatica. It's a wonderful ebook. It has quite a few plant monographs of incense ingredients. So if you want to, I'll be giving the link of it in the description box below. Please check it. And you might want to go and download it for yourself. It's a free PDF for all. So you just go there, you give your mail ID and you get to download the free ebook. And if you are an incense enthusiast, it's going to be quite a wealth of knowledge for you. So you might just want to go ahead and do that. And that also reminds me, I hope you've done, you've downloaded the free ebook that's available on the Floracopia website also. If you haven't, I'll be, the link of the episode where I did a reading from Floracopia ebook is also mentioned in that episode. And the link of it is mentioned in that episode. I'll be linking that episode in the description box and also in the end screen somewhere. So you might just want to go and check it. So today let's read about dragon's blood. And it says the Latin name is Daemonoropes sp, Calamus rotang, Dracaena sp, Croton sp, Pterocarpus sp. Other names Sangridigrado. Family Ericaceae, Fabaceae, Asparagaceae, Euphorbiaceae. Parts used: resin, aroma, herbaceous, resinous, rich, woody, earthy, sweet, sometimes spicy, floral, sometimes myrrh-like. Organ or system affiliation: respiratory, digestive, skin. Physiological effects: antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antioxidant, antiseptic, antitoxin, anti-tumor, antiviral, aromatic, astringent, blood purifier, hemostatic, and digestive. Dragon's blood is a resin obtained from many different species of palm trees and shrubs native to tropical regions of Indonesia, Java, Borneo, Sumatra, Morocco, Southwest Asia, South and Central America, and other parts of Africa. Some croton species of Peru have heart-shaped leaves, alluding to its blood cleansing and wound healing properties. The same species' flowers resemble the head of a dragon. Some Dracaena species native to the Canary Islands have what look like scales on their trunks and branches. The resin of these trees is exuded from the wounded trunk or branches and is collected, usually rolled into baseball-sized balls, and sold on the market. There are a few species which produce higher quality resin which are most commonly available. In stores today, the authenticity of true dragon's blood, however, is questionable, and many other plant resins are sold under the name. It is best to track down legitimate sources on the internet to ensure you are purchasing the highest quality resin. Other species are mostly used by the local and indigenous people of the species' native region. Histories and stories of dragon's blood. There are many ancient stories about the origins of dragon's blood, from Greek mythology to age-old Chinese legends. This ancient resin is surrounded by magical tales. In medieval Europe, it was thought to have come from actual dragons that were defeated in battle. Little did people know this false advertising was the work of Eastern traders looking to turn a higher profit. Dragon's blood has been harvested and used as incense, medicine, in folk magic and as dye and painting pigment for millennia all around the world. Its signature dark red color is still used to this day in the making of different textiles, fabrics, and pottery, and is unmatched by other natural pigments. The deep crimson color was highly prized by the ancients, especially the Chinese, who used it for dyeing wool, as a pigment in painting and art, for adorning the skin as a ceremonial face paint, and even as lipstick. Ancient Romans traded dragon's blood throughout Europe, Greece, and Arabia for its medicinal properties and use as incense. In medieval times, dragon's blood was used for more ritual and magical purposes among the European esoteric traditions such as alchemy and Druidism, due to its association with the great mythical fire-breathing creature. Some sources say it was even an ingredient in the sacred alchemical preparation, the elixir of life. The smoke of this incense resin is still used for protection in many esoteric and modern traditions. We can see the protection signatures in the tree's scales, resembling that of a dragon's, which creates a tough pineapple texture on the tree trunks. This signature can also be seen in the resin's medicinal, antibiotic, and defensive actions on internal and external wounds, as well as its antiviral, antifungal, anti-tumor, and anti-inflammatory properties. In Mexico, Peru, and Ecuador, dragon's blood or sangre de drago of the croton genus has been traditionally used for its wound healing properties, to stop bleeding, and to treat various digestive and intestinal issues for ages. The resin is used all over Mexico, Central and South American countries for its many medicinal and spiritual properties, and is a common household remedy in many Latino communities. Medicinal uses. Dragon's blood has been used medicinally for various external and internal ailments in the East, including many respiratory, digestive, and skin issues. Externally, it has been applied to treat a wide variety of skin disorders such as eczema and psoriasis, as well as for treating wounds and injuries. Being rich in the alkaloid taspin makes it an incredibly efficient regenerative for skin tissues and wounds. The resin or sap is often applied externally to act as a second skin, allowing the underlying skin to regenerate while keeping it protected from infection. The powerful healing properties from the resin also act to speed recovery and regeneration of cells. The resin from Dracaena was once commonly used for general wound healing and as a coagulant. Other species of dragon's blood are anticoagulants, however, and will not stop bleeding, but will instead increase blood flow. It's very important you know what species you're working with and which species are coagulants versus anticoagulants. Dragon's blood was used by the inhabitants of Socotra Island in what is now Yemen as a cure-all. It was used to treat general wound healing, as a coagulant for curing diarrhea, reducing fever, curing internal ulcers of the mouth, throat, intestines, and stomach, as an antiviral for respiratory and stomach viruses and for skin disorders such as eczema. Medieval European physicians also called for the use of dragon's blood to heal open wounds and to regenerate damaged tissues. They used it in the form of elixirs and potions to treat mild fever, diarrhea, for its astringent properties, and many other ailments. Today, it has gained the interest of the skincare industry as a strong regenerative and has been used as an ingredient in topical creams, sunscreens, and countless other cosmetic and beauty products. In traditional Chinese medicine, dragon's blood has been used to stimulate circulation, heal and regenerate tissues, heal ulcers, and control bleeding. In the indigenous medicine traditions of South America, the sap or resin is painted on wounds to staunch bleeding, speed healing, and protect injuries from infection. Many of the healing properties of dragon's blood are widespread among different species of resin-producing trees. The most common uses of different dragon's blood species worldwide are wound healing, ulcer healing, both external and internal, and for treating diarrhea. Its antiviral properties have been employed to treat many lung and respiratory infections in the form of incense and ingested medicine. More recently, many species have been used in the fight against cancer and tumors. There is growing evidence and ongoing research on the effectiveness of dragon's blood used to successfully treat cancer patients. Its anti-tumor properties and its particular constituent makeup have led to its rapid rise in popularity the world over for this purpose. Magical and metaphysical uses. In American hoodoo, African American folk magic, and New Orleans voodoo, dragon's blood is used in mojo hands for attracting money and love. In Wiccan traditions, it is widely used as incense for protection and to cleanse a space of negative entities or influences. It is also added to red ink to make dragon's blood ink, which is traditionally used to inscribe magical seals and talismans. Dragon's blood is used to enhance the power of other incense and herbs in different magical traditions. In many cultures, the burning of the resin is said to drive away negativity and bring protection to the home, personal property, or person. If we look at the symbolism, the tree bark is rough and almost scaled, resembling a dragon's skin. Some species' leaves are sharp and pointy. Each species has its own features that resemble the mythical dragon. Therefore, the ancient use of the resin as an energetic protector makes a lot more sense, as the tree itself is fierce, sharp, and resembles a mighty beast. Dragon's blood is perhaps one of the most widely spread incense material used for magical purposes across many different traditions and spiritual practices. It has many philosophical layers to reveal to those interested in its esoteric connections, which greatly intrigued ancient alchemists and other ancient European spiritual and ritual practitioners. Cautions. Many varieties of dragon's blood are widely used to stop bleeding. However, there are many species that are actually anticoagulants used to increase blood flow. It is very important that the species of dragon's blood and its properties are properly identified prior to using it for this purpose. Be sure to research which species are best for these purposes. It is safest to not attempt to use this resin in the treatment of serious injury, wounds, or cuts for this reason. So that's all about the dragon's blood. And like I told you before, I'll be giving the link of this ebook in the the link of the website Northwest School of Aromatic Medicine in the description, so you might just want to go and check that and get this book for you. So I hope you enjoyed today's reading and you learned something from it. If you liked it, give it a like. If you think somebody can learn something from it too, share it with them. And till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.